have those fixations or anything? Testing, check 1, 2, testing.
Yeah.
Well, I failed both of those kids.
I don't know. I mean, I'm still always that way. I get it on that. All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Sydney University Football Ground for this second to last round NPL Women's New South Wales matchup as Sydney Uni host Manly United, and the visitors this afternoon will be hoping to leave with 3 points as they look to keep their top 4 hopes alive, with the number of teams closing in on that final top 4 spot to join RPL Leichhardt, MacArthur Rams and the Illawarra Stingrays in the top 4. I'll take you through the lineups now. It's for Sydney Uni, starting in goals is number 21, Chelsea Romack. Number 2 is Annabelle Martin. Number 3 is Ash Irwin. Number 4 is Amelia Feeney. Number 7 is Anna Hunt. Number 8 is Jamie Bofields. She's also the captain. Number 11 is Talia Capitanellis. Number 13 is Tess Quilligan. Number 17 is Amelia Kirby. Number 30 is Madison Van Dyke. And number 49 is Olivia Vanderlaan. Well, for the visitors, Manly United in goals is number 21, Jodie Draver. Number 2, Phoebe Gilbane. Number 5, Nicole Stewart. Number 6, Ruby Jackson. Number 9, Emily Manette. Number 12, Ariella Cabezas. Number 14 is Leah Burton. 15 is Emily Bastow. Number 16, Daisy Arrowsmith. Number 20 is Sian Bazanich. And 27, Hayley Schmidt, rounding out the starting line for the visitors, who are running from right to left on your screen in this first half. The white jersey with blue stripe, I'll come back to that, is Emily Manette on the ball. Manette gets the pass away, but isn't able to find Bastow. And Sydney Uni will come back the other way. I was saying Manly United in the white jersey with blue and red stripe down the middle of the front, blue trim, blue shorts and white socks, while Sydney Uni running from left to right on your screen in this opening 45 minutes in the yellow and blue checkered kit, blue shorts and yellow socks for the home side, as Manly United have a throw on the far side. And Sydney Uni now. And Manly United will go back the other way, just short of the halfway line. It's Bazanich. And coming all the way back to Burton. Go to Draver in jersey number 21. As I said, Chelsea Romack also in jersey number 21 is the goalkeeper for Sydney Uni, as Ariel Cabezas will claim that one. He's coming a little bit from a usual position at left back. Bazanich on the ball, keeps it up. There's a pass out to the right hand side of the field. And if anyone knows the last time that 2 number 21s or 2 players wearing the number 21 jersey started in goals in a game, I'd very much like to hear that, because it's not often that goalkeepers wear the same number that isn't the number 1. As Manly have another throw-in, come into the weekend sitting in 5th spot on the ladder. Just 1 point behind Sydney Olympic. They come in sitting in 6th, 1 point behind Sydney Olympic, who are sitting on 4th. Their game kicking off shortly against the Gladesville Ravens, who are in 8th place. So a lot of teams might be keeping a secondary eye on that game, as Jodie Draver passes it back to Burton. Because 3 points there for either side. As coming onto it now is Gilbane. I'll come back to that thought. The flag stays down. I thought she might have been offside for a moment. Gilbane tries to drive it through Annabelle Martin, isn't able to do so. She will get the pass away to Smith. And it goes back to Gilbane, who tries for a flick around through the line, but it will go out for a goal kick. So yeah, 3 points for either Gladesville or Olympic could spell chaos for the teams around them, particularly Olympic, who occupy that fourth spot coming into the weekend on 39 points. Had a chance against NWS Spirit midweek, but that 1-0 loss to Spirit kept them in the hunt as well, giving us 6-team carnage in and around the top four. As Feeney tries to go long, try and find Vanderlaan, but Kirby put it back in. She'll find Vanderlaan, who brings it down, and Kirby tries to put it forward. Cabezas nutmegs Vanderlaan, who wins the ball, and a foul in the process as well. So as we sit coming into the weekend, I'll give you a quick rundown on the ladder. So for the four spots, so fourth Sydney Olympic 39, Tigers in fifth on 38, tied with Manly, who are ahead on Tigers ahead on goal difference, and they. At the last time I checked the score of their game, which kicked off at 4 o'clock against UNSW, have added to that goal difference by quite some margin. As Sydney Uni win a free kick here. So Manly United in 6, also on 38 points. Bulls FC in 7th on 37 points. Gladesville 8th. Gladesville 8th, also on 37 points. Spirit in 9th, also on 37 points, with goal difference the separating factor there at the moment between all of these sides that are all tied on points. Kirby onto the ball. Bofields back to Feeney. He's going to turn it over. Bazanic goes to Burton. Burton has got Gilbane on the right. And she'll play it short there to Bastow. Or Bastow, I should say. As Martin will pass it to Ash Owen, who's going to go backwards to Romek. Feeney goes long. Cabezas is going to get there first. Nicole Stewart brings it down. Nicole Stewart has to dummy the pass, trying to get it past Tess Quilligan, has to spin and turn. It goes back to Cabezas, who tries to cut back in on the inside. And Uni will come away with it here through Madison Van Dyke, who will go back to Feeney, all the way back to Romek, and Sydney Uni will start again out of the back. Short to Irwin. And Feeney is not able to be kept in play by Kirby. It's a little bit too much power on it. And Manly throw it in here through Ariella Cabezas. And I say congratulations must go out to Sydney Uni's Director of Football, Amy Shepherd. As Cabezas throws it in, Stewart to Smith to Bazanic. And a little bit of 1-2 there. Emily Bastow from distance takes a shot, saved by Romek. And as I say, Amy Shepherd, Sydney Uni Director of Football, was announced that she's been hired by the Wellington Phoenix as Romek throws it out to Martin. Shepherd will be joining the Wellington Phoenix A-League women's side as an assistant coach there to Paul Temple. So congratulations to her. As Cabezas throws it in. Emily Manette does get ahead to it, but it'll fall to Feeney. Stacey Arrowsmith not quite able to get there. Almost looks like they're playing in sort of a front four on attack Manly. And the flag goes up for offside against Vanderlaan. And you could see the Manly players sort of not really Not really trying there to get back to stop Vanderlaan. They knew that she was offside. There's Cabezas. Bozanic sends it forward. Feeney. It goes back to Romick. Tash Owen. Has some goalkeeping experience herself. She'll know what Romick's thinking. The way she wants to play. I mean, they'll have their game plan, obviously, but she'll understand. As Romick goes out. As speaking of goalkeepers, Irwin goes out to Martin, who plays it long down the line there, looking for Captain Ellis. It will be a Manly throw in. I had the pleasure on Friday to interview Talia Capitanellis ahead of the Sydney Uni's Sapphire Cup game on Wednesday night. Looking forward to publishing that article this week. Of course, you can check out the Football New South Wales socials tomorrow. There will be some content around the Sapphire Cup posted, I believe, tomorrow and Tuesday, to my understanding. So the game on Wednesday night, taking place at Valentine Sports Park at field number 1. It's a 7:15 p.m. kickoff, as Sydney Uni will take on the Northern Tigers in the Sapphire Cup final. So if you can't get down to Valentine Sports Park, you can tune in to that match right here on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel as Phoebe Gilbane keeps that in play down the right. She's got an option in the middle, but the cross was blocked there. I believe it was Annabelle Martin who blocked it. Gilbane trying to find a way through. They won't be able to. It's going to be a goal kick. As Romick goes short to Feeney inside the box. And Feeney will go back to Romick. To Ash Owen. How many starts does, or how many games does one need to play as a goalkeeper to be considered part of the goalkeepers union? Because going back to my earlier point, I definitely think that Ash Owen might have a case for joining the goalkeepers union, as Nicole Stewart will win that off of Anna Hunt, and Kirby gets on the inside there of Nicole Stewart. Backwards pass, and Nicole Stewart not quite able to get there to chase it down. It might hold up here as Schmidt not quite able to win the ball there. Sydney Uni will keep possession. Kirby dribbling it down the right here. Cross looking for Captain Ellis. It's going to fall to Jamie Bofields. Jamie Bofields is in. She shoots on the left foot. Jamie Bofields scores. And Sydney Uni have the opener here in the 13th minute through Jamie Bofields. It all started after a pass went to Amelia Kirby, and she dribbled down the right and was able to get into position there to get the cross in deep down the pitch. And a kind bounce found its way to Jamie Bofields, who took a couple of touches for getting it onto her left foot on the right angle to get it around the defender and Jodie Draver to give Sydney Uni a 1-0 lead. So the 13th minute, Sydney Uni 1, Manly United 0. Manly looking to hit right back here as Emily Manette cuts back in on the inside after winning the ball. Does it again. She won't be able to keep possession of the ball. Kind bounce for the home side will allow Sydney Uni to clear it from Amelia Kirby. Manly United with the throw in here. It's Cabezas to throw it in, and she barely keeps it in play after Smith passed it back. Manette, Stewart goes in the general direction of goal. In fact, I think that might have been a shot because the referee said it's taken a deflection on the way out. And it's a corner, so I think she might have been shooting for goal there, Nicole Stewart, rather than trying to cross it to the player at the near post. I'm just waiting for the stream I have running concurrently beside me to catch up to that one. Oh yeah, that definitely was a shot. So good deflection there as it comes in, headed forward by Basto. Kept in by Cabezas. Looking for players, might have to go backwards, but actually doesn't have to in the end. Goes forward and she'll drive it into the 18-yard box. Has it taken off her feet though. And Kirby comes away with it. As the captain, Ruby Jackson, moves that one. Schmidt sends it back to Jackson. They'll come all the way back to Draver. As she'll hold it up. Draver goes out to Gilbane on the far side in for Arrowsmith. Basto gets it forward, stopped by Martin, and Gilbane will guide that one out of play ahead of Talia Capitanellis. And having quite a season. It leads Uni's goal scoring tally with 14 goals. And Vanderlaan putting the pressure on there, forces the pass back from Jackson to Draver. Burton. As Quilligan passes it out to Martin. Nicole Stewart not able to get to that one. Cabezas just a little bit inaccurate with the pass there. And Kirby's bootlaces appear to be undone. So hopefully it doesn't result in her tripping over them or anything like that. You'd hate for that to happen. Someone who has tripped over their shoelaces on a more frequent basis than I'd like to admit, and she's noticed they're undone now, so she'll tie them back up. The stoppage in play for the throw-in. I can tell you that when you trip over them, it hurts. Especially if you're on a concrete surface or any sort of other hard surface like tiling or anything like that. The hard surface here, whilst it is grass, it is a multi-use pitch here, so it is a little bit harder than some of the other grass pitches. Vanderlaan on the ball. She shoots. Saved by Draver. Because Sydney Uni, the football club, do have to share it with their rugby team here. Which is, you can see it's a little bit uneven in colouring. A bit chopped up here on the near side and then right through the middle. Due to the scrum-like nature of rugby union. There's Annabelle Martin. It's a pass away. Come to Kirby. Nicole Stewart immediately into the vicinity. And Hunt comes away with it. Looks like Nicole Stewart got a touch on that. As Quilligan goes to Irwin. We'll go out to Captain Ellis. He'll go long for Annabelle Martin. Along the ground looking for Vanderlaan. Stopped by Burton. Gilbane gets a pass away and she'll receive it back. And she's going to be fouled in the process. Stop that counter-attack for the visitors. As into the 20th minute of play. It's Sydney Uni 1, Manly United 0. Jamie Bofield's 13th minute goal, the difference here so far. And if you don't want to know the score in the Northern Tigers game, you might want to mute the stream for a few seconds. Actually, I'll come back to that thought. I will come back to that thought as Captain Ellis sends it backwards. Alright, so yeah, you might want to mute now. As Northern Tigers are up 4-1 over UNSW, so they've added +3 to their goal differential so far with about half an hour to play at the North Taramara Recreation Area. Which could prove crucial come the final day of the season in terms of deciding who gets into the top 4. Of course, plenty more action to play out so far as across from Captain Ellis comes in, punched away by Draver and cleared away by Jackson to Nicole Stewart. Hasn't quite been able to get rid of it. Now Jackson tries again, gets it long. Manette gets ahead over Kirby and Quilligan's there to pick up the scraps to send it to Feeney, who goes across to Ash Owen. Daisy Arrowsmith in the vicinity though, tries to take it off the feet of Ash Owen. Go all the way back to Romek and out to Captain Ellis. Quilligan. Feeney. Romek has to get there ahead of Emily Manette, does so. Kirby now trying to get around Stewart, goes into Quilligan. Dribble it past Arrowsmith. The pass away to Madison Van Dyke. It's away now to a teammate. Vanderlaan not able to get in behind the line in time. As I said, the Gladesville Ravens in action against Sydney Olympic. That's going to be a crucial clash. 3 points or either side really turns the race on its head. The Northern Tigers could find themselves in 4th spot by the end of the weekend as well. 2 games to play for them. They're the other side of the Sapphire Cup on Wednesday night. That'll be placing Sydney Uni. And then those 2 sides clash to end the season next week as cross goes for Arrowsmith. It's blocked. So Basto will send it out to Gilbane. Gilbane almost gets stopped there by Captain Ellis. So we'll win a corner. Captain Ellis just with her arms raised immediately. It's like no. Don't call this a foul. I win a corner, which is all things considered might be the better of the 2 outcomes. A foul outside the box on a very difficult angle, or a corner where you can. These are the sorts of things you do at training. All these set pieces. So corner comes in as a uni player down in the box. Staying with this for now, there's 2 players down in the box, and that's going to be headed out behind. So there will be a drop ball here upon the resumption of play. Trainer is being called on. And I believe Quilligan's being called over to the bench just for some instructions, as is Anna Hunt, Jamie Bofield's as well. Both players back to their feet now, so will be a drop ball to Sydney Uni inside the box because the whistle went before the ball went out of play. Feeney just trying to get the action away So the two players who were on the ground could be looked at. Spirit, on the other side, still chasing that top 4 spot. They're in action against Illawarra Stingrays, who locked up their top 4 spot last week. That's at Macedonia Park. Bulls FC in action in the match of the round against the Macarthur Rams at Linwood Park. The battle for Macarthur, as I like to call it. Almost a bad pass there from Romick. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. Was a bad pass. Sydney Uni still maintained possession. And Arrowsmith onto the ball now. Arrowsmith tries from distance to get it over Romick. But not able to bring it down underneath the crossbar. So 5 of the 7 games in action this afternoon across the NPL New South Wales women's competition. All having top 4 implications. Feeney. Kirby isn't able to get it through Nicole Stewart. Emily Manette onto the ball. As in for Arrowsmith. Bazanich, Smith looking for Stewart, and Annabelle Martin will go backwards to Romick. Through the middle for Quilligan, who bobbles at the first time of asking but recovers. Less than 20 minutes to go in this first half, plus stoppage time. And Sydney Uni looking a little bit frazzled, might be the word I think here. Just haven't been able to build clean possession out of their defensive half. Mainly starting to apply the pressure here. They haven't been rewarded with a goal. And as I say this, Madison Van Dyke will dribble it forward and almost as if proving my point, not able to cross it in to Van der Laan and to go straight to Draver. And that's a timely turnover to Van Dyke. And I'll go backwards to Feeney, to Irwin, to Martin. Back to Irwin. Is announced as having returned, or will be returning to the Mariners. A-League Women's setup. The former Sydney Uni coach, Emily Husband, who took the job last year ahead of the Mariners re-entering the A-League Women's competition. There's Burton. Bastow to Gilbane, who sends that forward for Emily Bastow. Brings it in to Emily Manette. She holds it up at the first time asking, trying to get a better angle. Still on here. Cabezas shoots, and that's wide. Emily Manette might have been better off taking it at the first time asking there, but she thought that she might be able to get a better angle, and can't say I blame her for wanting to do so. Having scored 14 goals this season for Manly United. She is paid to bang them in as a striker, so I trust her to do the right thing. There's Irwin now. There's to Feeney. Back to Romick. And that's a beautiful tackle by Emily Manette. She doesn't win the throw-in. That'll go to Sydney Uni, but she does make them hold up their attack. There's Vanderlaan. Go out off Nicole Stewart. Some nice work there by Olivia Vanderlaan. Kirby. Finds Anna Hunt, but it goes. It will be headed out of play. Long throw, and Feeney will put it back just over the photographer. Who's taking some wonderful snaps. Whose name I've forgotten. I do have it somewhere in an email, so I'll be sure to give them the shout out that they deserve. Draver, not quite able to get all of that one, but does find Gilbane. Burton. Come back to Draver. To Jackson. Going back to Draver. Manette. Well, get that forward, and that's a crunching collision between Emily Manette and Amelia Feeney. Which will result in a free kick to the visitors. And Jackson, no hesitation in getting that underway. The second the ball is at her feet, goes to Burton. And it'll be Captain Ellis coming away with it for the home side. There's Romack. Owen. To Feeney. The wind starting to pick up here. Vanderlaan. Kirby. Bofields. Quilligan. Owen. Dribble it forward. She'll find Annabelle Martin just outside the 18-yard box. Cross comes in. Headers up. It comes away backwards off of Vanderlaan. Stewart. Clears the ball. Irwin goes to Quilligan. He'll send it back to Irwin. To Annabelle Martin. The Central Coast Mariners link up from last season. Quilligan, Irwin and Martin. And that takes a deflection, cleared away by Burton. As Captain Ellis got caught up in the turf a little bit there. She looked like she was getting ready to go forward, but she looked like she was getting ready to go backwards, and the deflection was going to send her forward. Romack just gets it away as Arrowsmith gets into the vicinity of Quilligan there. Bozanic down the line for Ariella Cabeza. She's not going to get there, and it will be a Sydney Uni throw in. As we're into the final 12 minutes plus stoppage time of the first half. Still 1-0 to Sydney Uni. So still a lot of game time to play here, but if Manly United want to keep their top four hopes alive, they do need to score 2 as it currently stands to claim the 3 points. Crossfield from Nicole Stewart, looking for Phoebe Gilbane. It's over Gilbane's head, but she will recover it before it goes out of play. In behind, looking for Emily Bastow, and it's going to be a goal kick. Caperton Ellis wisely putting that one out off of Emily Bastow. And Romick once again goes short to Irwin, inviting the pressure from the front two. Arrowsmith and Manette is setting up on defence in a 4-2-2. In the last few years, and it's certainly replicant of Sydney FC's A-League men's side under Graham Arnold and Steve Corica before Talley took the helm. So how Manly setting up then? It's Manette and Arrowsmith in a front two. It was Stewart and I believe it was Hallie Schmidt on the Gilbane on the far side. Bazanich and Schmidt at the almost the dual number 6s, and then the back four of Cabezas, Jackson, Burton, and Gilbane. Nicole Stewart looks like she has a shirt pulled, but the referee says play on. Might have been some offsetting fouls there. As Caperton Ellis crosses it in, and Draver, no issues there at all. Just claiming that one as easily as an fielder might on the pitch behind us here at Sydney Uni, which is of course an oval pitch. Was a cricket reference for those who didn't quite get it. It's Quilligan. Almost loses it there to Daisy Arrowsmith, but Quilligan right on top of it. Goes out to Caperton Ellis. Bazanich. Quilligan will pick that one up. Van Dyke slips over it, but recovers. Back to Feeney. To Quilligan. Come all the way back to Romick. Quilligan. Feeney. Play it long. Headed forward by Kirby. Into space. There's no one in the vicinity immediately to receive it. Cabezas comes in. Well, try to get it out. Now she does so. After took a couple of passes on the way through. Manette to Stewart. Loses it to Quilligan. Bazanich. Jackson dueling for it with Vanderlaan. And the Manly captain comes away with that one. Draver to Burton. There's some sirens in the vicinity. On Draver. Jackson. Cabezas. Stopped there by Kirby. Emily Manette would have been away if it made it through the Sydney Uni right back, but Kirby dribbling it down. This is how they scored their first goal. She's not quite able to get the cross in yet. Does so now. Van Dyke on the edge of the box. Holds it up. Has to come back a little bit. And it'll be a Sydney Uni throw. And it will be Kirby to take the throw in. Vanderlaan. Bofields. Goes out to Annabelle Martin. To Captain Ellis. Cross comes in. Vanderlaan not able to strike it at the first time asking. Cleared away by Ariella Cabezas. Captain Ellis will put it back in the mixer though. Headed out by Cabezas again. Going to be kept in by Anna Hunt. And out of play. Nicole Stewart just trying to clear that as far down the line as she could. It'll be Kirby to throw it in again. Van Dyke gets the pass in, but it's turned over. Manette, Stewart. Look back for Manette. This time it goes through the legs of Amelia Kirby. Manette keeps it in here on the near side. She's not able to get around Amelia Feeney and barrels her over in the process. Hitting the turf as well did Manette. Manly here, Bazanich passing it away out to Phoebe Gilbane, who's one-on-one with Captain Nellis, and free kick. That's been blown by the referee, so no corner this time for the foul by Captain Nellis. Last time the referee did not award a foul, and instead giving the corner. This time in a remarkably similar position, she does blow the foul. The angle is slightly better this time. I believe it's Leah Burton out there taking the set piece. Two in the wall for Sydney Uni. It looks like one of them is Jamie Bofields. It's over the wall. Basto heads it down. There was a Manly player down inside the box. Well off the ball. It will be a Sydney Uni throw-in after all that. It was Ruby Jackson. She's asking the question of the referee. The referee shakes her head. No. There's the wind picking up again here, sending my notes flying. It's a good thing they're tied down. And that one doesn't quite go out of play. I think Nicole Stewart thought it did. And Manette will win it. Stewart. Nicole Stewart looking for a short cross. Hallie Schmidt recovers. As Arrow Smith spins, turns, wins a foul. And with about 3 minutes plus stoppages to go before half time. Manly United just looking to keep applying the pressure that they put on for most of this first half. Outside of the first 15 minutes or so, which saw Jamie Bofield score the game's only goal so far in the 13th minute. As Leah Burton, 3 in the wall. Burton goes straight into the wall. As Bazanich goes to Gilbane. She's pushed over by Annabelle Martin. Referee says nothing doing as Martin now looking to move it back the other way. Gets a pass off to Van Dyke, who finds Quilligan. Quilligan has to hold it up. Comes out here to Kirby. Cabezas is going to get there first and put it out of play for a throw in. And Sydney Uni here might be able to double their advantage before half time if they are quick. As Bofields on the ball. Goes backwards to Annabelle Martin. To, I believe that's Feeney there. Out to Ash Owen on the far side. No, sorry, that was not Ash Owen on the far side. She's here on the near side. Just to the right of Annabelle Martin, which is where I think this pass will go next. It does so it's Ash Owen here on the near side. Is looking for Bofields, headed away by by Leah Burton. And winning the free kick there is Ruby Jackson. Captain Ellis just making sure that she can't move it forward very quickly. So I have to go backwards to Burton, and Jackson now gets to go forward. On to Nicole Stewart, and Emily Manette chasing this one down beautifully from Hallie Schmidt, and Captain Ellis gets there first. That bobbles over Amelia Kirby. Nicole Stewart takes a shot, and it's going to end up in the hands of Chelsea Romick after a deflection from, I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say Ash Owen. As Feeney goes out to Martin. Come back to Feeney, and it was indeed Ash Owen who took the deflection. As Irwin and Martin appear to have swapped sides here at centre back. So it's now Feeney at the left centre back and Irwin at right centre back in this back four for Sydney Uni. Martin gets it on to Quilligan, who sends it forward. Gilbane now dribbling it down the far side. She's got to try and get around Annabelle Martin to get it back in. And Gilbane, it's not an easy task to try and get around Annabelle Martin. Tries a second time, slips, regains possession, goes backwards to Bazanic, who finds herself worked into a corner. And Sydney Uni will win it here. Bazanic goes push. Sydney Uni player claiming a foul. Referee says no. As we're into stoppage time, 30 seconds have elapsed thus far. It might just be the customary minute here. So, Captain Ellis trying to stop Ariella Cabezas from going forward, unable to do so. Nicole Stewart might be able to give Manly one last chance. Emily Manette wins the ball. Arrowsmith cuts back in on the inside. Arrowsmith shoots, not able to get the power on it. And that should see out the first half as the referee takes a glance at the watch. Whistle goes to the mouth, and that will indeed be the last action of the first 45 minutes. Arrowsmith not able to get the power away on the pass that she, or on the shot that she would have liked. Jamie Bofield's goal, the only difference here at half-time between Sydney University and Manly United, which sees Sydney Uni up 1-0. Join us back here in about 14 minutes' time for the second half.
By the way, there's a microphone.
Alright, good evening everyone and welcome back here to the second half of this penultimate round NPL Women's New South Wales matchup. The two sides have swapped ends, so Sydney Uni will be running from right to left in the second 45 on your screen. In the blue and yellow check jersey as Talia Capitanelis moves it forward. She'll pick it up here as Sian Bazanic not quite able to clear it. It'll come to Jamie Bofields. So the yellow-blue checked jerseys, blue shorts and yellow socks. As the cross comes in, it's not able to be cleared away by Cabezas, but she will win the foul in the process. Manly United running from left to right on your screen. The white jersey with the blue stripe with red trim down the front of the shirt, the blue trim on the sleeves of the shirt, blue shorts and white socks. This is Ruby Jackson to Arrow Smith. It's over the feet of Nicole Stewart, or rather Nicole Stewart lets that one roll through behind. Jamie Bofield's 13th minute goal, the difference between the two sides at half time. And the good news, if you're a Manly United supporter, is Emily Minette on the ball here. Tries to put that in. Oh, sorry, that was not Emily Minette, that was Sian Bazanic. Tried to put that in behind for Arrow Smith. It will be a goal kick to Chelsea Romack. The good news is, if you're a Manly United supporter, is that almost all the other results going the way that Manly United would like them to create separation as six sides all vie for that final top four spot. The bad news is that Manly United are behind here and need 2 goals to claim all 3 points as it currently stands. And the Northern Tigers were indeed victorious over UNSW as that game has come to an end. And they built up quite the goal difference in the process, which is crucial at this time of the year, given how close everyone is. The top 4 spot could very well come down to goal difference if Sydney Olympic are unable to claim a win in their last 3 games. They have a catch-up game against Football New South Wales Institute as Manly win a foul here. on Wednesday night. So that taking place at Valentine Sports Park Field number 3. So Burton goes back to Draver, who sends it forward. Captain Nellis. And that's going to go out off Emily Bastow. And Sydney Uni will get a corner. So yes, while Sydney Uni are playing their Sapphire Cup game against the Northern Tigers, Sydney Olympic will be playing football at New South Wales Institute. Both of those at Valentine Sports Park. I'm very much looking forward to trying to take in both of those games at once while failing to take in either. I'm not quite as multi-skilled as some people in terms of taking in multiple games at once. I tried last year for the League One Women's and the NPL Women's Grand Final, which both took place at the same night at the same time. The staggered starts again as well, and I wasn't. I think I did a good job, but not quite the job I would have preferred. As Annabelle Martin whips the corner in here, and that's curling. It's at the far post, ball's loose, and Draver dives on it, and there's a foul given away in the process. So it was loose for quite some time before Draver was able to get a claim onto that one. And Annabelle Martin, she is lethal from the corner. She did score an Olympico here last season against Bankstown, who were relegated to League One Women's at the end of the season. In that game, it was actually the winning goal in that game. It was the last kick of the game. I called that one. It was very enjoyable to watch that Olympico. As Gilbane put it out for a throw in. Sydney Uni just keeping the pressure on here. I have just realised I haven't told you who I am. It's Paletti on the call here with you this afternoon. I forgot to do it at the start of the game. I didn't do it at half time, and I didn't do it upon the resumption of play either. So yes, it's Paletti on the call here with you this afternoon. It's an absolute pleasure to have your company wherever you may be watching from. As Schmidt goes backwards to Ruby Jackson. Jodie Draver. Doesn't appear as though there are any changes at halftime for either side. As Schmidt will find her pass intended for Nicole Stewart stopped by Kirby. It was a handball, referee says, and Manly not quite able to take the most of it, and coming away with it here, not quite able to get there for Sydney Uni was trying to work out who that is on the far side. So now it appears as though there was one halftime substitution, if I'm reading my numbers right. I didn't see, as it looks like Sarah Farrow's made way onto the pitch. So that was a halftime substitution. So Sarah Farrow on. And it appears as though Olivia Vanderlaan has made way from the field. So my apologies. It's going to be a throw into Sydney Uni here. So 49 Olivia Vanderlaan off, 15 Sarah Farrow on at the halftime interval. And it will be a throw in to be taken here by Annabelle Martin. As the throw comes in, it's very low and direct along the ground, and it'll come back to Martin from the captain Bowfields. Dribbles that in. A good tackle there by Burton to stop the forward pressure. It looks as though there was another substitution that I appear to have missed at halftime as well. Charlotte Hogan has made way onto the pitch, and that will be a goal kick in jersey number 18. Let me try to do math on the fly here. Number 13, Tess Quilligan, has made way from the field. So 2 halftime substitutions, just to recap. Tess Quilligan and Olivia Vanderlaan off. Sarah Farrow and Charlotte Hogan on. There's Madison Van Dyke. Let's see. No, sorry, that was not Van Dyke. My apologies. It was Farrow. Martin. That's a touch on the ball. Smith. Able to find Bazanic, who drills that forward, and now the foot race is on between Emily Minette and Ash Irwin, and neither of them beat the ball before it crosses the line for a Sydney Uni goal kick as Romack goes to Feeney. He'll cross it back across the face of goal to Ash Irwin. And almost turned over here. Arrowsmith not quite able to pounce on it. Disaster avoided for Sydney Uni, but crisis not over yet as Emily Minette into the box. Emily Minette shoots, and that's a beautiful piece of defensive work there from Amelia Feeney, who just gets in the way to block it. And Manly United will have its first corner of the second half. As Leah Burton swings it in, headed away by a Uni defender. Bowfield's trying to get there before it goes out of play, does so. Will be won by Arrowsmith, who gets around one, isn't able to get around to second, cleared out into onto the far side there by Annabelle Martin. With Arrowsmith and Minette in the vicinity, there's a no-nonsense clearance there from the Sydney University left back. Minette on the ball. Goes back to Smith, out to Cabezas. Stewart flicks that back for Cabezas, who tries to find Stewart. It's going to be put out of play, though, by Jamie Bowfields. As the throw comes in, Arrowsmith on the edge of the box, looking for goal number 9 in this league season. She won't get it there, as it will go backwards. Bazanic. To Burton. So with basically a back 2 on attack for Manly at the moment. Everyone else sort of forward. And play on, says the referee. Bowfields and Hallie Schmidt in the battle there. Jamie Bowfields wins it to Annabelle Martin. We'll come back to Ash Irwin. Gilbane onto Bazanic. Basto. Minette. Bazanic. Still battle there with Ash Irwin. Referee says free kick. And number 3, Grace Arnold, just getting standing by the substitutes bench, getting ready to come on. Manly coach Tom Opley feels like he's seen enough to open this second half, that a substitution is warranted. About 12 minutes in. And this will be a good time to take you through the remaining substitutes. Actually, hold that thought. Daisy Arrowsmith shoots, and wide. So, for Sydney Uni, number 6, Bianca Gallich. Number 14, Charlotte Hampshire. Number 18, Charlotte Hogan, has already made her way on, as have number 15, Sarah Farrow. Number 25, Juliana Nicholas. And number 39, Ruby Egan Brown. So 4 still on the bench for Sydney Uni, able to come into this game. Bianca Gallard, Charlotte Hampshire, Juliana Nicholas and Ruby Egan-Brown. While for Sydney Uni, just the 5 on the bench today. Number 1, Nicole Simonson. Number 3, Grace Arnold, who might be making her way onto the field in the next couple of minutes here. Number 22, Ava Roberts. Number 28 is Valentina Bradley. Number 31 is India Horsley. Watched a little bit of her in the reserve grade game earlier, and she put in a good performance. Was substituted about 30-ish minutes ago, so about this stage of the game, give or take a few minutes. Try and prepare her and give her a little bit of rest for this one, yeah, I believe. She is on the bench here. Give her a good time off between games, I'm guessing was the logic there. As Manly have a foul here, 2 in the wall. As Burton chips it over the wall, it's headed wide by a Manly forward, or a Manly player I should say. There's no guarantee it was a forward there, given that it was a set piece. And it's a goal kick, and we will be having that substitution. Now in Sydney Uni going back to their bench as well. I know it appears as though Juliana Nicholas was the one who made her way on at half-time. My apologies. Because Sarah Farrow is now the one coming onto the field, as is Charlotte Hampshire. With Annabelle Martin and Ash Owen making way from the field. So Juliana Nicholas was the one who came on at half-time, not Sarah Farrow, because Farrow's just made her way onto the pitch. Emily Bastow wins that one. Nicole Stewart. As Chelsea Romack. Well, send that one forward. As Sydney Uni on the ball, trying to double their advantage, not able to do so at that time of asking. As Captain Ellis finds Nicholas, it will fall to Anna Hunt. Diving save there by Jodie Draver. And Grace Arnold has replaced Leah Burton for Manly United. Zanic win the ball, cleared away there by Ruby Jackson. Now to Nicole Stewart, puts it in. Flag is up against Emily Manette, who doesn't find the net anyway. Sydney Uni to win the throw-in. And Ellie Kirby, who's made her way over to almost left back here after Manly will win the throw in there as Hampshire's not able to keep it in play. I don't know if it's just a temporary switch. Kirby here at left back on the near side of the field after having played first half at right back. And Manly will get to advance a little bit further down the pitch. And Captain Ellis pounces on the ball. Anna Hunt. And slipping there right is Juliana Nicholas right down the middle there. Where the dirt patches and the grass meet. You'd think the rugby union scrums for those. Emily Manette finds Arrow, or attempts to find Arrow Smith in behind. Won't get there first. That's guided out of play there by Amelia Feeney. So Sarah Farrow has gone to right back. Actually, a Kirby on the left with that substitution. Hampshire is at left centre back and Amelia Feeney at right centre back as the ball stays in play here. Emily Manette, Daisy Arrowsmith crosses it in. Nicole Stewart flicks it over her head. Cleared away by Feeney. Takes a wicked deflection there off Nicole Stewart, which will see Ariella Cabezas onto the ball. And she'll try to get that inside the 18-yard box. That's a nice stop there. Shot by Emily Manette. And a goal kick. Manly United really throwing the kitchen sink at this game to try and get those 2 goals back. They've got half an hour plus stoppages to do so. Actually, no, they've got less than half an hour. They've got 25 minutes plus stoppages to do so at the moment as things currently stand. There's Romack with the goal kick. Emily Bastow. Sandra Zanic. Bastow. Through for Daisy Arrowsmith. Arrowsmith shoots, it's blocked. She'll regain possession immediately though. Arrowsmith trying to get around Amelia Feeney. Won't be able to do so, but will win the corner. And with Leah Burton having made way from the field, it's going to be Ali Schmidt on corner duty. And they need to get one back very, very quickly here if they want to try and claim all 3 points from this game. As Schmidt goes low and curling away from goal. Schmidt will get there. No, she won't. As Sydney Uni just send it into a sea of white jerseys. And that one's allowed to bounce. Kirby. It's away to Captain Nellis. It's Jamie Bofield. He's got a couple of players in support, and drifting offside there is Anna Hunt, and the flag goes up against number 7 for Sydney Uni. And the referee is looking to play advantage, coming back for an earlier foul. As Ruby Jackson Cabezas will come to... I'll stay with Manly actually. Crossfield pass to Gilbane. Amelia Kirby's directly in front of her. She get it around to Manette. In fact, she doesn't get it to Manette. She'll try to get it herself. She won't be able to win the throw in there as Hampshire plays it out off of Gilbane. as we cross over the halfway point of the second half. Other sports would have you believe that we're in the final quarter of the game. As Farrow to Nicholas to Hogan. Flag goes up for offside against Talia Captain Ellis. Much to the displeasure of some of the people, some of the fans in attendance here. Grace Arnold gets us back underway to Ruby Jackson. And Sydney Uni will stay on the attack here. Can player get there? Cross comes in. It's going to be stopped by Arnold. Not a lot of power on the cross there. Ariella Cabezas. Go back to Ruby Jackson. He'll send it long, looking for Arrow Smith. He'll win the throw in. As Manette brings it down, goes back to Bazanic. Arnold has to come out of the defensive line there to play at it. Cabezas in a little bit of a battle there with Nicholas, but the Manly left back will win it. It'll come back here to Jody Draver. And Sydney Uni looking like they're getting ready to make the last of their substitutions, with Bianca Galich getting ready to come on. Bazanic to Emily Bastow. So far, Grace Arnold. Sorry, I'll come back to that. As Gilbane gets around a second. Will cross it in. Going to be headed away. It'll fall to Nicole Stewart. Brings it down. Stewart shoots. Just wide. I'm going to say it's just say Grace Arnold, the only one to have made way onto the park so far from the Manly bench. And Bianca Galich will make her way on now in jersey number 6. And who's making her way from the field is... I think which player is coming off, but I don't know who it is. Looks as though it is Jamie Bofields. So she has the game's only goal so far. And that's all 5 substitutions made for Sydney Uni. Short goal kick by Romack, inviting the pressure, and it's turned over. So Sian Bazanic has to hold it up, doesn't get the cross away, and Charlotte Hampshire doing a beautiful job there to win it. Captain Ellis. Arnold coming across, chips it up. Kirby, picked up by Hallie Schmidt. As Hogan gets passed away to Van Dyke, who goes now to Sarah Farrow there on the far side. Put out by Ruby Jackson. Appeals for a penalty waved away. None of the players seem to make the appeal, but the coaching staff and some of the fans here certainly did. As the train has been waved on. Player still down here. I'll take this opportunity to run you through some of the other results. As said already, Northern Tigers victorious. Blacktown Spartans up 1-0. No, sorry, that game seems to be a lot further back than it should be. Blacktown Spartans up 2-0 over Football New South Wales Institute. Appears as though what I'm using to check the scores is still a little bit delayed, so let's have a look here. I'll come back to that. Sydney Olympic up 1-0 over the Gladesville Ravens. So Sydney Olympic will, pending instead of this result holds, will go to 42. Stingrays and Spirit locked at 1 apiece with 15 to go there. So that might rule Spirit out if they can't find a winner. The match of the round between MacArthur Rams and Pools FC has seen MacArthur Rams take a 3-0 lead there. Gilbane crosses this one in. Brought down by Bazanic from the clearance. Tries to get that in behind. Bazanic keeps possession and will win a foul here. So Manly United really do need to score 2 goals in the remaining 15 minutes plus stoppages we have here, as Schmidt puts it in, headed away. Or else their season might be done tonight, as they'll come out here to Juliana Nicholas, who'll put that back in, looking for Hunt, but it'll go to Draver. Just over 15 minutes plus stoppages to go for Manly United to get 2 goals. As it's put forward there by Emily Manat. Captain Ellis on the ball now for Sydney Uni. Then to Charlotte Hogan. Amelia Feeney. Comes backwards to Chelsea Romack. Kirby. Hogan. Finds Hunt. Flag stays down, but it doesn't matter because Ariella Cabezas gets there first. Nicole Stewart goes back to Cabezas. Go all the way back to Jodie Draver. Grace Arnold. Goes long looking for Kirby. Feeney clears it. And Captain Ellis will run onto it now. Grace Arnold closing down on the inside, but Captain Ellis is able to get the cross away. Headed away by Cabezas. As Nicole Stewart. She slips. Manly keep possession here, and they will keep it. Daisy Arrowsmith. Arrowsmith will find her, so she'll find her attempt blocked there in terms of passing it. Phoebe Gilbane here on the near side. Captain Ellis closing in. Gilbane gets across away, stopped by Captain Ellis. Gilbane stays down. Now she'll be helped back to the feet by Captain Ellis. So it will be Schmidt to take the corner. And might be able to hear Manly United coach Tom Hopley getting very animated. Just, telling his side that they need to, in no uncertain terms, score. Headed forward by Manette. Foul given away in the process. I'm not sure if it was by Manette, but there was a foul. And so Manly United won't be able to find a way past Chelsea Romack at that time of asking. And they are running out of opportunities to do so. There's free kick given away by Bianca Galich. A foul on Daisy Arrowsmith. Will receive the pass there from Schmidt. And Rochelle sends it out to Gilbane for Emily Bastow. Kirby not quite able to keep that in play after intercepting the pass. So Emily Bastow here goes short throw to Manette. Handball against Hampshire. And Manly really need to find a way past Romek here. Captain Ellis, the lone player in the wall. Smith gets it over. Captain Ellis lifting it up. It's headed by Manette. Away. And they found the back of the net. Oh, the flag is up for offside. The flag is up for offside. And that goal will not count. I believe it was Ruby Jackson who got on the end of that one, but it won't count as a flag goes up on the near side. Bastow onto it, will win a free kick. And it was indeed Ruby Jackson who got on the end of it, but it did not count because it was offside. But I think what Manly can take out of that one is that they've at least found a way past Romek once in this game. Even if it didn't count, it's still something to take away from this as they enter the final 10 minutes plus stoppages. And Manette, rocket that one off the skull of Sydney Uni defender there. And Romek will pick it up. So they've done it once, they can do it again. But then the problem becomes that they need to do it a second time. So Bazanic not able to get possession there as Hogan. Cabezas keeps that in play. And Draver needs to get there ahead of Galich, does so. And Arrowsmith and Emily Manette holds the run beautifully, but she's not going to get there. In fact, no, she hasn't held the run. It flags up for offside. She did put a little bit of a stutter step in there, did Emily Manette, because she knew that she drifted momentarily into an offside position. She tried to get herself back on side, and it appeared as though she did so, but our assistant ref says otherwise here on the near side. Not that it would have mattered, because Chelsea Romek got there first. Manette not able to take possession of that one. Kirby gets a touch on it. Bastow sends it back to Arnold. It's turned over to Capitanellis. And Bastow will just clear it backwards to Jodie Draver. We'll go out to Ariella Cabezas into Ruby Jackson, who's going on quite a little bit of a run here and wins a free kick in the process. The Manly captain. Free kick's taken. That's a free kick in favour of Manly, and the yellow card shown. I believe it's the first yellow card of the game. It appears as though it is, if I have a look, I want to say Juliana Nicholas, who's copped the yellow card there. Number 25 for Sydney Uni. There's Schmidt, puts it on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's headed away, and Captain Ellis now just boots it long, looking for a hunt. It'll go over the head of everyone, and Grace Arnold Well, send it back to Draver. It's not a back pass. It was a header back. And it was on target. So, Jodie Draver, well, within her rights to pick that one up. The flag is up against Anna Hunt, and that's Sydney Uni's 4th offside of the game. And she's going to receive a yellow card for a little bit of afters there, I believe. I did take my eyes off the action for a second, but that's certainly what it looked like. And Hunt onto the ball now. And it's going to be stopped by Arnold. Cleared away there by Gilbane out to Nicole Stewart. Actually, yeah, so the afters, just a little bit of kicking the ball away, time wasting, standard yellow card by the referee there against Anna Hunt. 4 offsides now for Sydney Uni, 3 for Manly. And 2 yellow cards in the match going to Sydney Uni. As that shot from Arrow Smith straight into Romack. Six minutes plus stoppages remain for Manly. And that certainly would have been a back pass if Draver had to pick that one up, so she had to move it. Bazanic goes across field to Ariella Cabezas. She's got Nicole Stewart. If she can get the pass away quickly enough, has to hold it, but still finds Stewart anyway. Goes back to Cabezas into Bazanic. Bazanic finds, I believe it was Manette. No, it was Emily Bastow straight into the chest of Chelsea Romack with the save. Throws it underarm to Amelia Kirby, and that'll rock it out off Emily Manette. And coming on is number 31, India Horsley, to be replaced by, I believe it's Hallie Schmidt, number 27. So she'll make way from the field. So Schmidt off, Horsley on for Manly United. Just the second time they've gone to the bench in this game. Still got Ava Roberts and Valentina Bradley on the bench. Tom Hopley chooses to use them as that'll go out off Captain Ellis. Manette hoofs that forward. And Horsley straight into the action. He wasn't able to take possession. Arnold. Manette heads that forward. Horsley. Manette wins the ball. Emily Manette gets around one. Back on the inside. Emily Manette shoots. Stopped by Farrow. Blocked. Clearance from Van Dyke. Stopped by Nicole Stewart. And we put out of play there by Van Dyke. Throw comes in from Manly. It'll go back out from Sydney Uni. So we come inside the final 5 minutes plus stoppages. It's Paletti on the call here with you this evening from Sydney University Football Ground. It's Sydney Uni 1, Manly United 0. As that cross comes in, we cleared away, but not as far as Sydney Uni would like. Nicole Stewart puts that back in, looking for Manette. Is going to be booted out by Amelia Feeney. Throw in Manly. Jamie Bowfield's goal, the difference so far in the 13th minute. And Ruby Jackson was denied an equaliser by the offside flag. Just a few minutes ago. Booted long by Kirby. And Grace Arnold. Actually, there's going to be a foul for Manly by believe it was Amelia Kirby. As Gilbane sort of went into the almost went into the bench there. So it's going to be Daisy Arrowsmith on set piece duty now. She'll put that into the box, headed away by Sydney Uni, and Juliana Nicholas will win the ball. She'll send it backwards, and that's going to be booted out of play. So Manly stay in the attacking half here via a throw-in. And with 2 minutes plus stoppages to go, it could be season 2024 done for Manly United, who would have to overcome a goal difference at the very least, or a massive goal difference on the final day at the very least, pending the result of the Sydney Olympic game. I haven't checked the score since. That cleared away now. But Sydney Olympic, of course, still do have the game in hand on the rest of the competition. Horsley brings it down. She'll get around Van Dyke. Captain Ellis gets back, not able to clear it. Now it's going to be cleared out for a throw-in. So Sydney Uni holding on. As Gilbane stopped from crossing it in by Captain Ellis. So Basto will put it in to the middle there. Manette. Back for Basto. Gilbane calling for it. It takes a deflection there. Captain Ellis clears it away. Manette stops the clearance. Oh, sorry, it was Basto who stopped the clearance. Basto along the ground looking for Horsley. Horsley goes back to Gilbane. Gilbane stopped by Captain Ellis, and she tumbles to the ground. Does Phoebe Gilbane just cleared away. In fact, we'll go all the way back to Jodie Draver, who's come well outside of the 18-yard box. And that's a horror turnover. Juliana Nicholas, she's not able to take clean possession, which allows Jodie Draver time to get back. She's been able to take clean possession. She had a free shot at an open net. She would have had a free shot at an open net. So Manly United able to get away with a very poor turnover there by their keeper, Jodie Draver. As Horsley moves it out to Ariella Cabezas on the left wing. And it's only Ruby Jackson and Grace Arnold at the back. Even Sian Bazanic, who usually occupies the number 6 position at the base of midfield, has moved forward on attack. It's all guns blazing, and as we hit stoppage time here, they really needed a goal about 10 minutes ago, but they certainly need one now, as Emily Manette not able to get there for Chelsea Romick does. And Romick with the save might just allow Sydney Uni to close out this game. As Van Dyke is out here to Captain Ellis, who sends it long, flags up, and the referee says no, we're not going to come back for the offside. Ruby Jackson can't quite believe it, because that certainly puts Manly at a disadvantage, not coming back for the offside. Draver will move it along to Jackson, who's dribbling it very quickly down the pitch. Jackson goes to Arrowsmith, who's not able to take possession, and it's coming back the other way. Manly win the throw-in, though. So it went out off the pass forward from the Sydney Uni player. And the referee takes a glance at the watch. As the throw comes in. It's booted forward. I think we've still probably got a little bit to go in this game. Certainly at least another minute or so. There were quite a bit of stoppages here. That's going to be headed up by Kirby. Feeney boots it forward to Emily Basto. Phoebe Gilbane wins the throw in. Cutting it off Kirby. Referee takes another glance at the watch. The 2 minutes and change have elapsed to stop his time. Gilbane here gets around Hampshire, and it's going to be a corner. And will Jodie Draver make her way forward? Ruby Jackson certainly does. And Tom Opley opting not to send his keeper or Grace Arnold forward. And in fact, Nicole Stewart looks like she's dropping back. But no, she's coming back into the mixer. But yeah, the decision to certainly leave 2 back. Zara Smith puts it in. It's punched away by Romek. Cabezas to Jackson. Jackson has to hold it up, gets around. Jackson shoots, goes down. No penalty. Cabezas crosses it in. Cleared away. Falls to Basto on the edge of the box. Arrow Smith holds it up. Now tries to get around Kirby. Arrow Smith. Nicole Stewart goes to Basto. In for India Horsley. Is not cleared away. Who wants it? Emily Manette does. Shot. Blocked. Come back here for Bazanic, who puts it in wide. And that will be a goal kick. And I think that might be full time. Referee whistle in the mouth. Blows full time. And that is the end of Manly United's season, you would think. As Northern Tigers, with their win earlier today, moved to 41 points. I said it the last time of asking. Sydney Olympic with a 1-0 lead over the Gladesville Ravens the last time I checked. And they've still got a number of... So mathematically, if that Olympic result were to hold, Manly United would not be able to leap over them. If it doesn't hold, Sydney Olympic still have a game in hand against Institute, plus their game next week. And even then, they would have to overcome a massive mathematical goal difference to leap past the Northern Tigers. So, full time here at the Sydney University Sports Ground. It's Sydney Uni 1, Manly United 0. Jamie Bofield's 13th minute goal, the difference between the two sides. Sort of gives us a little bit more clarity in where things fall along the top 4. With just the 1 round to go, the 2 games for Sydney Olympic, but full time here. It's Paletti thanking you for tuning in. If you want to hear me next week, I am on the call for UNSW versus the Blacktown Spartans at the Village Green, a 5 p.m. kickoff. So I look forward to hopefully having your company then. But for now, it's goodbye from the Sydney University Football Ground. Sydney Uni 1, Manly United 0.
I'll try to come to Valentine.
Yeah, no worries. If not, I'm sure I'll see you at a few Phoenix games throughout the year.
Yeah.